Okay, so it's working so far. Okay, so it's working so far. Okay, so it's working so far. Oh god, there's an echo. I'm sorry. Okay, so it's working so far. Oh god, there's. I'm gonna stop that so there's no echo. I apologize for that. Okay. I'm a little early, but there's a reason for that. Let me go ahead and crack open my liquid death. Woo, beautiful. Okay. Let me check drop frames. Everything looks good. The game is really loud for me. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. Turn it down for you. Okay. So I feel like this game isn't exactly what it seems. Turn the music volume down a little bit. I want to turn the sound volume down just a little bit. Okay. Everything appears to be working. I'll have to wait for people to actually get in here to test the actual game audio versus my volume and everything like that. This is a test. This is a test. So my webcam's different. Everything is different right now for reasons. For reasons. You know me. I always like to mess with things and break things, and everything breaks all the time. But so far, everything is, fingers crossed, knocking on wood, going smoothly. So I am just going to get into the game. Actually, what time is it? I'll give it another 4 minutes or so. I'll give it another 4 minutes ago. So since technically I start at 7, I'm going to just give it 3 minutes, you know. Oh, I don't have. That's what I need to get. Wait, can I get that from? Okay. Looks like I can. Let's get signed into this. There's no shorts chat tonight, or a short stream. Again, because of what is happening and what I am doing. Let me get signed into here. Huh. How do I... Wait, how do... Discord, how do I sign in? There it is. Focus, thank you. Login. Sick. Game free to keep right now. Oh, what is this? Hold up. I just realized I have 2 of these open. Oh no, hold on. Why do I have 2 of you open? Quit you. I had 2 of them open. Maybe that's why it was so loud. What are you, though? Dang, some things are still kind of broken. Islands of Insight. I'll just look at it this way. $10,000 puzzles? Hell yeah, I'll get that. I love puzzles. Puzzles are sick. Okay, anyway. It's 7 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in. Oh, okay, there's the thing. Okay, there it is. I was wondering when the bot was gonna notify everyone. Right at 7. Wow, what are the odds of that, huh? I notified them right at 7. Might be my camera over there. Since my chat's temporarily over there, because I have my work stuff on this side now. Okay. Okay. I am, I mean, I'm just gonna jump in and do it. I've never played this game before. I watched a little bit of it, and it looked very interesting. So I know some stuff, but I don't know a whole lot. I know that I know there are different choices. I know there are different outcomes. That's basically it. So Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, I'm gonna shrink me a little bit. Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Can I have more context?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, well, can I have some context? But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? If you consider that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up, killing a... There are so many options here. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay. What happens if she gets out then? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Need to crop this better. Hello, Shadow Samurai. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
You know what? Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. We'll go. Okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make
Hello,
your way
Cinnamon.
up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
I think it came out in 2023. So fairly new, but not like brand new. It's a new game to me. I've never played it before.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything.
Okay, that's just history. Oh,
We're not going to go through
Oops.
with this, right? She's a princess.
Voice of the hero.
We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I mean, yeah, that's a
He
valid
doesn't know
point.
what he's talking about.
Okay, also valid point. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
The music changed. Music changed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Ah, I don't need luck. I'm gonna do what the narrator tells
You
me to
walk
do.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you
Oh.
steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that
Oh, the
knife
cursor
is the only
changed.
weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
The cursor changed into me holding the knife.
So, you should just drop it.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's
Oh.
hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
What's up with my hand? Why do I have talons? Do I have feathers?
This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Uh-oh.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
I don't know. It looks like we're a bird.
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
Of course it is. She's dead. I'm not sure. I feel like she has some kind of trick up her sleeve. Nah, she dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Job done.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
Time to go home.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad.
Wait, where are the
But
stars?
it was for the greater good.
There are no more
One
stars.
of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
There were stars. There were stars out the window before I went down there. Now there's no stars.
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Narrator, this cabin doesn't even have a bathroom. Like, I don't have an outhouse. I have nothing. I got no food. I got nothing. What huh? It's bullshit. Let me out of here. Yeah.
What's done is done. And there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust
Blame
me.
the voice of the hero on this. Yeah. Stupid hero.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Shadow, before I forget, I expect to see you on Friday. Okay? Well, let me actually make sure. Are you busy Friday? Because I am playing Outlast on Friday. Friday night is going to be Outlast. So, you're the one who's been asking me to play the game the most. So, you better be there. Not busy? Good.
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
Geo narrator, I'm happy. We're happy.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Okay, maybe I'm not happy. No, we're happy. I'm sure of it.
Well, if you ever change your mind, just let me know, I guess. More happy time passes, though the word begins to lose its meaning. Time, that is, not happy. Happy still has plenty of meaning. Please shake the little voices,
Oops,
please.
I didn't mean to press
fall
spacebar.
on deaf ears. Eventually you pass into a blissful state of pure existence. Though words like eventually and pass ceased to have any meaning to you long before that shift, you simply exist. Happy. Forever.
Forever happy. I don't have a toilet. I don't have any food. Good ending. You did it. You saved everyone. I feel like this isn't actually the good ending. Great game. 10 out of 10. Oh, that's at Gab Smolders. Sick. Okay. So now what? Did I click new game again?
You're here to sleep.
Okay. I guess I'll just go back to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
We're not going to go through with this.
Ignore him.
What the heck?
The interior blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this.
Sure, I'll take the blade, I suppose.
You take the blade from the table.
Am I gonna kill her again? Hold on. Let me save.
The door to the
Thanks,
basement, her voice.
Who's there?
She said,
Don't let it fool.
That really it?
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down?
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. You walk down the stairs.
she's so coldly beautiful.
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Oh, I had clicked on it before your message came through. Sorry. Next time I'll do it. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
I know. You brought a knife with you and everything. But you don't have to try and kill me. You could always toss that scrap of metal to the ground and give the
She makes a compelling point. What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped the blade and talked?
Could
Don't
do
you
that.
Dare.
There's got to be
It's
more
fine.
to.
We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood is... You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
There's got to be more to like
Oh,
killing her,
No
right?
talking then? Fine.
Surely it's not
What even
just.
makes you think you can kill me?
It's gonna be one of those games with
I'm
secret endings,
probably
isn't
chained up
it?
in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have. So you should just drop it. Best.
She's unarmed.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squint at the princess for holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess. She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this for... You squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying, right? You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink.
Squint harder. I'm gonna do it again.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
Uh-oh.
A moment of distraction and hesitation
Uh-oh.
is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
She beat the shit out of me.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurt! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
I want to know why I'm a bird. Why am I a bird? What do I have talents?
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Bit by a bird, became Birdman.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. Okay. Okay, so there was more.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay,
At the end
okay.
of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
I'm getting... Wait, hasn't this already happened? Am I
I
hearing
can
it?
assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People
Oh.
don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time.
Ooh, okay. Things are getting weird now. Okay, okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear us. The
Voice of the
only thing
stubborn.
that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning. That's the spirit.
Okay.
There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
So now I'm like, am I like fractured? Who's the... Okay, I'm going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Are you sure about that?
The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
I don't understand. Instructions unclear.
Crystal, let's just get on with it already.
Proceed into the cabin. I shall. I will. Because I want to. Not because you told me to, but because I want to proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is tighter than
What
its
the
exterior
hell?
would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
That's a mirror, narrator. That's a mirror, my
What are
guy.
you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your
Okay.
hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay, I see how it's gonna be. Okay, you're gonna make
But
you
there
can
was
you
a
can't
mirror a
you can
second
you're
ago.
gonna gaslight me.
And now it's gone, so all of us can stop arguing about it and get to fighting.
You're gonna try to gaslight me. Okay.
You
I'll take the blade.
from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I'll enter the basement now.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulphuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Probably.
Her fierce
start
voice
squinting.
carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Is she gonna remember me?
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
I wonder if she's gonna remember me.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Sounds like my kind of princess.
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step,
Oh, she's a
the form
tiefling.
of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Oh,
Well,
it's
she had a good
you
fright.
again. I've been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Huh?
And you brought your little knife, too. Yes.
Oh. Okay.
I'm going to have fun breaking you into little pieces.
I'm gonna stab you in the heart again.
What's that? Oh, that whole deja vu situation. Yes, it does seem like you and the princess remember each other, so let's say for a moment that I do believe you.
Okay.
For all we know, whatever happened to
I want to save it. Hold on. Oh, that's gonna break it. Okay, sorry. For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke. And beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
Interesting. You look different, so you do remember me. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. I like that one.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done. Don't
I mean,
you get
valid.
it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
This guy. This guy. I'm not fighting a giant demon lady? No. She could step on me. Yeah. You know what? I'll throw these hands and this knife. Let's
Finally
go.
ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess.
Stab her in the chest.
Here
Right in
we
the
go.
heart.
Let's make this count.
Oh, we'll make it count, all right.
Hey, yo. What?
As you bridge the gap, your blade slashes across the princess's chest, splitting skin and drawing a jagged line of bright red blood. She's unfazed by your onslaught. Her expression barely changes as her fist collides with your ribs, cracking them like twigs and driving you right back down to the basement floor. You can hear her chains snap as you struggle to recover from the impact.
Oh no, she about to beat the shit out of me.
She almost looks disappointed in us. Why is she disappointed in us?
Oh, you don't actually get it, do you? That knife may be sharp, but you clearly don't want to kill me. It's not fun if you hesitate. It's not fun if you try to trick me and make me bleed out. It's only fun if you go straight for the heart. You need to put everything you have into seeing me dead. Or what's the point?
I like her. She's a fighter.
So don't be afraid. Don't hesitate. Kill me.
Don't let her get in your head. Reincarnation or not, this world needs you to win. She's huge, but that probably means she's slower than us. Take it slow, think it through, and don't panic. Bleeding her out is our best course of action.
Don't listen to them. She understands something that they don't. The only way to win, the only way out of this is through her.
Strike at her heart head on. I'll do it. I'll listen to the voice of the stubborn.
That's your plan, then. That's your plan. You push off the ground, ignoring the pain in your ribs as you charge at the princess once more. You can feel flesh give way before a sudden impact blunts your momentum, your weapon tightly lodged in the bone of her arm. She grins at you from behind her guard. Pull it out. We'll try it.
No, we can do this. Just keep
I didn't mean to skip that.
pushing.
I read super fast, so sometimes I skip without thinking about it.
We're not gonna win if our weapon's stuck in her arm.
Keep pushing. I'm gonna listen to the stubborn.
The princess's grin widens as the two of you push against each other, her fiery eyes and masochistic glee practically lighting up the dreary cave.
Yes, you finally get it, don't you?
Silently continue pushing.
Yes, you're right. We don't even need to talk about it.
Just stab her. He did say she's huge.
Your balance is suddenly thrown off as the princess pulls you into her knee.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Collides with your ribs, and you feel them splinter, cracking like wet wood from the impact.
We're fine.
But you barely have enough time to notice before the princess follows up and smashes her forehead against yours.
I think we're losing this one, boys.
Your grip loosens from the impact, the blade still wedged in her arm as you tumble to the cold stone floor.
I said we're fine.
I didn't say you weren't fine. I was just describing what happened. You might not have said as much, but you certainly implied it. It really doesn't matter. The princess glances down at the blade embedded in her arm, and with near total ignorance to pain, slides it out of its sinewy prison.
You forgot this.
She's a badass. I don't want to win.
She tosses it at your feet.
She's a badass. She reminds me of a much more aggressive Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3. Do you want to be free, though?
I meant that nothing else matters. It's hard to describe. It's just a feeling. That it's just us. That when we hurt each other, we're alive. And when that happens, everything else is gone. You feel it too, right? How much more proof do you need? Would it help to watch me rise from the dead with your own 2 eyes?
Oh.
Fine. Go ahead. Stab me in the heart. See what happens.
The princess throws open her arms, exposing her chest. Is she really just going to let you slay her? Do it. Do it right now, before she changes her mind. Hold on. What if this is a trick? If she's leaving herself open like this, there's only one way we can strike at her. For all we know, she's 3 steps ahead of us.
3 steps ahead of us? Have you met her? This isn't a trick.
And how would you know that?
Because I wouldn't think to trick us, so why would she?
It's a good point. Oh, that's a good point.
That's a great point, so please... The princess remains unflinching as you run her down, her stoic expression once again curving into a knowing smile as the pristine blade buries deep into her heart.
Okay, is this gonna be the end? Bro copied you? Who copied me?
Did she really just let us do that? Apparently, yes.
See you soon.
Oh.
And then she stumbles back into the wall, the blade still lodged
Narrator, he
firmly
always
in her
copies me.
chest. She collapses to the ground. She's dead. It's over. It's finally over.
But it can't be over. She said she'd be back.
I know that the two of you had some sort of weird bond, but look on the bright side. Now we don't have to die. Isn't that nice?
No, it's not nice. I wanted to fight her forever. This is shit. It's not fair.
Life isn't fair, but what's done is done, and whether you like it or not, the entire world is in your debt for saving it from ruin. I'm sure in due time you'll learn to live with yourself. Let's just get out of here. Yes, that sounds like a splendid idea. Fine. You remain where you are and watch over the princess's corpse. She remains dead.
I'm telling you, she's coming back. She said she's coming back.
She's not.
How long can I do this
She
for?
is.
She's not coming back.
She's dead. Your blade is embedded in her heart. You slew her. It's over. I don't know how many more times or how many different ways I need to express this objective reality before it finally makes its way through your dense skull.
How many different ways have you got left to express it? Because it'll take a hell of a lot more to convince me that she's not coming back.
Oh, I've got plenty. Can the two of you stop arguing?
No!
I'm not the only one who just saw her eyes open, right?
Oh shit.
What are you talking about? For the millionth time, she's...
Yes, I told you I'd be
Oh
back.
shit.
alive. We're shit out of luck, aren't we?
I knew it. I told you all that we should believe in her. This is perfect.
And you waited for me. I knew I could count on you. I knew we were connected.
Oh, this is cool.
The princess staggers to her feet, one hand wrapped around the hilt of the blade you buried in her heart.
We don't even need to start over anymore, do we? Let's go again.
She pulls the weapon from her chest, barely wincing.
Dude, she's a
Close to your
badass.
feet.
You know what to do.
But she came back. What's the point of fighting her if she can just do that?
Run? I don't know.
All of
We'll
you
see.
need to settle down. This whole situation is coming dangerously close to untethering. She clearly never actually died. You just missed her heart, that's all. Oh, we just missed her heart?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, that's all. You were the one who said we hit her heart. You were the one who said it was finally over. Well, I guess I had it wrong. You guess you had it wrong? Aren't you supposed to know everything? I never said I knew everything.
Close to untethering. What's that supposed to mean?
It means nothing. I shouldn't have said that.
Uh-oh.
But you did say it.
Oh, stop bickering over nothing. Our destiny is right in front of us. Pick up the blade and go to her.
Okay, fine. That is what I meant by untethering. Do you hear him rambling on about destiny? He's lost the thread, and if you lose the thread, you won't be able to save the world.
Lost the threat? What the hell are you talking about?
What is that supposed to mean? I don't have to answer that, and I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
Why the bloody hell not? Because right now, there's still a razor-thin chance that you're able to get your act together. There are patterns of thought out there that beg to be finished, but once you finish them, that's it. They change everything. There's no going back, and if I say anything else, you're going to finish one of those thoughts. What?
Interesting. Oh. The princess can't die, the princess can't die, the princess can't die, the princess can't die, the princess can't die. Well, this is interesting. What if I lie about it?
But you did think it, didn't you? I tried, you know. I tried very hard to make this work. I don't like that resignation. Are you sure we can't just unthink it? Yes, like I said, I'm afraid some thoughts can't be unthought. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to pour myself a stiff drink. If I'm going to see the end of everything, I'd rather not be sober.
So I was right. Why are all of you so glum? This is perfect, isn't it? We get to experience greatness and battle and triumph forever.
This is
I think
interesting.
it was the stubborn one who said, "Your destiny awaits," right? No, hold on. There has to be another way. What if we just leave her down here? What if we run away? What if we convince her not to end the world? You can't reason with her. Ending the world is her fundamental nature. It's not a decision she can flip on and off. It is her. And what exactly can't we leave her down here? Because all it would do is stall the inevitable. And what's wrong with stalling? Oh, there's plenty wrong with stalling. The end is still the end, and I'd rather face mine head on. Oh, you mopey ass. Why did you even ask us to slay her if it was going to end like this? because it didn't have to end like this. If you don't mind, I'd rather not spend everyone's last moments arguing with you.
It's time.
Yes, I suppose it is.
If we fight her forever, then maybe she can't end the world. Maybe everything can still work out.
I guess we'll just have to see how things play out.
Don't you get it? You don't have to shuffle your feet. What comes next is going to last forever.
That's the hope.
With an unbreakable determination, you snatch the blade from the floor and stumble back to your feet. Both you and the princess quake with adrenaline as your eyes lock across the basement floor and share a knowing look.
There's a lot of flowery description coming from someone who thinks he already knows how this is going to play out.
Oh, indulge me, will you? Me knowing how this is going to play out is exactly why I'm being flowery. Let me have just this one thing, alright?
Alright.
Here it comes. The big finish.
Free from hesitation, you close the distance, both you and the princess ready to end each other. Your blade digs into her neck, grinding against her vertebrae as her fist connects with your body and... Wait, no, really?
What happened? Why did everything go dark?
You died. That blow was apparently lethal. How anticlimactic.
You don't get it, do you? We're not dead. We're stronger than this. So stop whining and get up.
Saying get up is not going to change the fact that you're dead. How dense are you?
Funny that you're calling me dense when you still haven't figured it out. We can't be dead. We're just like her. All of you need to wake up and enter the new world.
You know, maybe he has a point. If we're dead, how are we still talking?
Because you being dead is reality. Because it says right here that you're...
Well,
alive.
that's right.
Oh.
I thought I lost you there, but you've figured things out, haven't you? Good. The two of us can finally be together.
You and the princess exchange dozens
Oh.
of devastation
Oh, God.
blows.
Oh.
Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment. And then you get up and do it again, and again,
And again.
and
And again.
and
And
again,
again. And again.
We're all still here. This is all going to be okay. Isn't it? Isn't it?
It doesn't answer the voice. He's gone.
What are you waiting for? I'm right here. Do you think this is... What is this place?
Did we do this?
Oh?
Huh. I didn't think we had it in us. But I guess that stuck-up control freak was right.
It's the end of the world, isn't it? It's the end of everything.
Far from it. We're still here. And she's still here too.
I feel so... tired.
Oh? Okay.
She's gone. Where did she go?
What? What the fuck just
Try
happened?
and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging
Burst the
you,
mirror.
don't do this.
I'm ignoring you.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Ugh! What am I? You're at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. What the hell is happening?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a fair point.
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you? I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks. She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Hello, George. Welcome to the stream. What is this game? This game's bizarre.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Attack the entity? I'm not going to attack the entity. You see this thing? This thing could probably snap me out of existence. This thing could probably Dr. Manhattan me.
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us. And
Try
that
it.
we are meant to
It's
reach
very
them.
interesting. You make a bunch of choices and the choices have different outcomes.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception.
Also, hi, Rabbit.
She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then
Bring
we
me
will
more
know our
perspectives.
freedom.
Bring me more perspectives?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
I'll let it be.
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite.
This is
The
some like...
rest will find their own way home.
Oh yeah, that was my Discord. My bad. I forgot. I don't have this. I have a new... I did things, okay? I'm testing things. So my audio is a little jank right now, but I will fix that at some point. I just didn't have time to do it today before the stream.
Everything. Until we meet again.
That was also me. My fault. Let me actually... Let me go ahead and just close out of Discord. Any NBA draft? Imagine liking sports ball.
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I'm not going back. No, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Okay. Well, fuck me then, I guess, I suppose. Yeah, no, that's fine. I guess. You won't. Okay. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Okay, so now I'm going to do some different... I'm going to take some different paths. Okay, I want to see what else I
You're
can do
on a
here.
path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a... You're here to sleep.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard. Okay. Okay, so it's skip. Okay, I see.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point.
I'm stuck in
It's
my
no
mouth.
use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Got like a quesadilla in my mouth. Or not quesadilla, enchilada.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Proceed to the cabin. I'm gonna enter the basement without a knife
Door to
this
the
time.
basement. Her voice
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to...
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Something seems sus.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Went
eyes
for a run.
with the
Early
princess.
stages of heat exhaustion.
There's a heavy chain around
Swim.
her wrist,
Jump in a pool.
binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains? Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Princess. Okay.
The princess hesitates before responding.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life.
She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me. I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I
No.
agree with the princess.
Why?
That's hardly relevant.
How has she been here for so long if she hasn't eaten or drinking anything and she's
Okay,
still
but
alive?
Actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Exactly.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a...
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late. Thank you. You turn back to the stairs.
So, What? You're going to try and kill me?
Oh.
You'll regret this. I promise you. But go ahead. Run along and get whatever you're planning to get.
Uh-oh.
But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice?
Listen,
I
hero.
don't think she's bluffing.
You don't know what I know, okay? We killed her once. She turned into a demon lady and she beat the shit out of us. We fought for frickin' existence knows how long. Okay?
She has to be bluffing, but hurry. You rush up to the first. Okay.
Oops, I didn't mean to
If
skip
we're sure
that.
about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
The narrative Stanley Parable? Kind of. I can kind of hear it.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet. Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a severed arm.
no.
Its cooling flesh still chained to the wall. And she is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Let's finish this.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
Oh, do you want to play a waiting game? I've been down here a long, long time.
Oh.
I'm very good at waiting.
Uh-oh.
You do your best to patiently wait her out, but eventually, exhaustion starts to set in.
Uh-oh.
Come on, wake up. We can't fall asleep down here. You step into the shadows. Too late, you hear the quiet patter of feet against the basement floor, followed by the taut pull and sharp pain of tearing flesh as the princess lunges into you from behind and drags you to the floor. Her ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood.
Uh-oh.
I suppose you just lacked the will to fight back. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. Oh, there's still another chapter, though. Okay. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin, you're here to a terrible... If he doesn't remember what happened, then something else must have trapped us here.
Oh.
You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything, though the only sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Okay. Calm down, buddy. Just proceed to the cabin.
A warning. She will lie. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature? I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
Turn around and leave. Oh, yeah, that is an option, isn't it? I'll remember that. I remember that.
We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and maybe.
I have to turn around and leave at the very beginning, so I'll keep that in mind next time. Turn around and leave.
The interior of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Take the blade. I'm not gonna do the
Take
mirror
the
thing
blade
again.
from the table.
Maybe I should.
It will be difficult to slay the princess.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
It's a mirror. It wipes off the grime. Is this to be the same thing?
You reach forward and
It is the
there
game
was,
thing.
and now
Okay.
it's gone.
Into the basement. The same thing. He said the same thing.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
I can smell you.
Oh no.
She sounds almost
I showered though.
feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are
this is
obscured by
different.
impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness.
Yeah, I don't see her here. She's probably like, oh wait, is that her? Look, I think that's her tail. I think that's her tail right there. And I think she's an actual like beast or something. Because you can see the chains also going this way. I'm pretty sure this is her tail.
The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere.
Ah,
You
yep.
see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into
Nice
the
spotting.
underbrush,
Yeah.
dragging her heavy chain behind her.
I gotta pay attention to details. It's literally my full-time job is to pay attention to detail.
Remember, she's just a princess. She is certainly not just a princess. You're not helping. It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
Ooh.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling.
That's creepy.
You're right to be terrified.
That is eerie.
I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
Bring it on. I'll fist fight you.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now. You lunge to the side, picking a direction on instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess.
Listen to the hunted. He knows.
In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her.
Oh.
Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
Can we go back to the demon princess? Can we go back? Can we go back to the demon princess? Can we run that back? I don't like whatever the fuck this is. Whatever this is? No, I don't want it. No, we can't. Oh shit. Okay.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
I'll show you prey.
You whirl around to
as I
find
die.
her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs.
Who's bro talking to? Nobody. Just myself in the corner.
So she's cut off our escape. Shit. What do we do?
We fight her. We lunge.
Oh, for the love of... You've given up the game. Great. All that will do is hasten her victory.
I love making this narrator mad. He's like, God, this fucking guy.
So many useless thoughts run through your head. Thinking, thinking, thinking. You'll never hurt me if you keep thinking.
You're deflecting.
And you bear your weakness to the world.
She's coiling for another strike. be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
That's a good point. Survive. Stand still, survive, wait for her to strike, and hit her back.
This isn't going to work. We're in her domain. If we keep dodging her forever, we're going to get tired.
That's true.
As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you tighten your grip on the blade and lash out. It strikes, cutting deep, and the princess loses her focus, crying out in pained surprise as she crashes into you. You're sent sprawling and can already feel the massive bruise blossoming on your ribs as she scrambles back into the darkness.
Oh.
Ha! Look at that! We wounded her, and she wounded us. Bad trade.
I like this voice of the hunted. It's very, like...
That hurt. Are you just the cornered animal you seem to be? Or could you be a rival?
She rears back, then leaps at you, more forceful, more ferocious, more serious. The scuffle is brief, and though you inflict a few deep wounds, you find yourself quickly overwhelmed by her savagery.
Uh-oh.
You collapse to the floor, and she wastes no time before pouncing on you in a flurry of claws and blood, your nerves barely able to keep up with the onslaught.
I think we died.
By the end, you're lying in a nest of your own intestines, spine severed, blood rapidly draining out onto the jungle floor. The princess, drenched in both her blood and yours, idly prods your body.
No, that's it then. Cornered animal it was. Do better next time. I still need to devour you. And it doesn't count if you're dead.
We're not dead, we're... But you don't have time to protest her premature observation of your death, because everything goes dark, and you die.
Shit. Chapter 3? Chapter 3? Chapter 3?
You're on a path in the you
Oh,
felt her. She didn't have a soft underbelly, she didn't have blind spots. What could we have done that would have saved us from her hunger?
Hold on. You're on a path in the woods. Yeah, we are. And this time we're not going to run until we die. We're taking her head on and we're winning. Okay, I see.
When someone tries to make you dead, you have to hit them back. You have to show them your authority.
So now I have the voice of the
There's
stubborn
nothing worse
and
than a bully that thinks they own you.
the voice of the hunted. Interesting. Give me just a second. I gotta swap clothes before I go to bed.
Great. So you've been here before. That doesn't bode well. You're not supposed to have been here before. This is supposed to be one and done.
Oh, shut up. It bodes fine. You're the reason we're stuck in this shit situation. Now I have to do the hard work of dragging us out.
And how do you intend to do that?
We're going to fight her, and we're going to win. There's a reason she slinks around in the shadows.
Well, no complaints here. Now, hold on. We're not just going to let the fact that he knows things about this whole Lupin situation go, are we?
He's not important. He can have his secrets for all I care. She's killed us twice now, and that's enough of a reason for us to want her dead.
Technically, she's killed us a bunch more than that. Remember the whole demon fight? Yeah. That whole demon fight thing? Yeah, we probably died a lot. A lot. And then we just came back, I believe. Oh, turn around and leave. Oh, but I want to finish the chapter. I gotta finish the chapter. I gotta finish the chapter, Shadow. I've gotta finish the chapter.
You make your way down to the cabin. Your fated confrontation
I will turn
awaits.
around and leave.
You know what to do. So, we need a plan.
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. I hear my daughter crying. I think she wants me. My daughter needed my help with something, and I got a popsicle. I don't have a BRB screen. I have one of those right now.
We've already been over the plan.
I'm not sure that use violence counts as a plan.
Sure it does.
It's a better plan than you had last time.
I don't like this. But I'll try to keep us breathing. The interior is dark and overgrown. Vines and brush obscure so much of the place that, had you not seen the exterior, you might not have noticed this was a cabin at all.
Happen to be at back screen. I am not on my usual computer, so I don't have
furniture
it.
Of note, if you could call it that, is a knotted stump, a pristine blade embedded in its exposed rings. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you're going to do this right.
Take it. We're not fighting a monster without a blade. Even if it's not a very big one.
Great. That mirror's back. And it's where the door is supposed to be. What are you talking about? There is no mirror. There's just the stump and a narrow tunnel that leads to the basement. He isn't tricking us. Can you feel the wind? It's telling us there's a hole in that wall. Our eyes deceive us.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
If that mirror's blocking our way, just smash it and be done with it.
Yes, take the steel claw. You pull the blade from the stump, gripping it tight. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
It would be.
Good. One step closer to ending this.
Approach the
You
mirror.
step forward, approaching the small hole that leads to the basement, hesitating before you enter the princess's lair.
You heard him. Stop hesitating and smash that antique.
That mirror isn't part of this place. It's seeped through from somewhere else. It, if there even is an it, is a hallucination. Like you said, you've been here twice before. Your mind was bound to start playing tricks on you eventually. It went away after we reached out to it last time. Might as well try wiping it clean again. What's the harm? You reach forward and wave your hand over the open hole leading to the basement. See? Nothing. Tricks of the eye. No one sense can be trusted on its own.
I like that. No
Step
one sense
forward
can be trusted
into
on
the
its own.
darkness. If there were once stairs leading into the basement, there is nothing left to attest to their existence now. There is only a long tunnel of packed earth, growing more narrow as you descend. It smells of mold and decay. The damp walls leave streaks of dirt along your body as you're forced to hunch, then finally squat down on all fours in order to continue. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. As you crawl forward on hands and knees,
You say that
you're
every
met
time.
only with the sounds of ambient earth. No voice slinks confidently up the stairs. No entity threatens violence or pleads for safety. Stay quiet. Don't give her a sound.
I'm gonna listen
Say
to him.
nothing, maintaining the silence as you carefully make your way down into the basement. The basement is dark and cavernous, a gaping maw threatening to swallow you whole. There is no light here, save for what little starlight has managed to filter down the tunnel. And though you can't see the vastness of the space, you can feel it. You're exposed.
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter if we can't see down here. We know where she is.
You step into the shadows and are enveloped in total darkness. Your heart pounds in your chest, ears pricked, eyes wide despite the inky blackness, waiting for any sign of movement. There, she's about to strike. With the near silence of a determined predator, the princess erupts from the
Holy.
shadows.
She looks cool as shit.
Your quick to react, swinging your blade, its tip intercepting her before she can draw first blood. She recoils, stunned for a brief moment.
See? I told you. We needed to assert our might. We needed to prove to her that she can bleed too. She'll doubt her every move now.
But you don't have long before she lunges again, re-engaging with even more ferocity than before.
That's a terrifying
That voice in your
sound.
head wasn't wrong. Within that ferocity, there is also hesitation. Not much, but enough. Not a word is spoken between you and the princess as you exchange blows in the dark. The glint of bloody claws and fangs, the flash of wet steel. In the pit, all of your senses are heightened, each injury stinging like a chorus of insects, each small shift in your favor a major victory that swells your heart. And then it all reaches a climax. And...
Interesting. Okay. We're back here.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the black thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Hey, it's me again. You've grown. Have I? I can't tell. The long quiet.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Interesting. Okay.
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Valid.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
Hello, Halsey. What course did you just take? I just did, like, the beast stuff, I guess. So, I fought her, turned her into a beast, got the chapter 3, and then, yeah. I don't know how else to, I don't really know how else to explain it.
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Game is a bit of a mind fuck. Yeah. Yeah, no shit. So I watched, I saw Markiplier did a video on it, and I started watching it, and I was like, wait, this looks interesting. I want to play this. I'll just go ahead. Let's go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Okay, so I've gotten, this has happened twice now.
We will meet again.
So I've gotten the demon lady, I've gotten the demon princess, and the beast princess.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay.
Silently approach to continue to the cabin. Oh, wait, I said I would leave. God dang it. Can I go back?
Before you go any further.
I can't go back. Piss. I wanted to leave. That's annoying. Oh, well.
We're not going to ignore him.
I've got to remember that. I've got to remember to go back. Watching part 3 of Markiplier playing this game. Yeah, I was going to watch part 2 and 3.
The air is stale and the blade.
But I was like, I'm going to spoil it for me. I'm going to enter the basement without the blade.
Her voice
Hello?
is don't.
I'm just going to say, hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so...
I think my
Walk
problem
down the
last time
stairs and
was
lock
I told
eyes
her
with
I
the
was going to kill
princess.
her.
Okay. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement.
I do love the
and
game,
throw
though.
away
It's so
the
good
key
to see
without
others
there
playing
being
it, too.
Some sort of an explanation, right?
I actually really like it because it's very cryptic, but it's not what am I thinking of? It's not ridiculously cryptic. Like, it's very like, because a lot of things try to do the whole like poetic, you know, like things aren't as they seem, and they speak in riddles and cryptic messages and things like that. And it leaves you going like, what does that even mean? But this one, it kind of makes sense. The way that they do it, it teeters the line between being like ridiculous and not enough cryptic. Crypticism? You know what I mean.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
I don't see...
I was sent here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. I don't want to tell her that. I think I just want to go try to retrieve the blade without saying anything.
Thank you. You turn.
Where are you going? You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't...
Slip these. She has to be bluffing, but you rush up. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, you slowly creep down the basement stairs.
Dang it, I
Where the
didn't want to
princess
do
sat
this
only a moment
again.
ago. There's only
That's
a
not what I
severed
wanted
arm.
to do.
Its cooling flesh still
I was hoping
chained
I
to the
could go...
wall, and she
dang it.
is nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? This is a dangerous play. Who's to say she'll actually succeed? She doesn't have a weapon, and she's missing an arm.
Lock her away. I'm going to lock her away
You
this
close
time.
the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Yeah, I do need to save. I have not been saving. As you can see, I only have 3 saves.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound, and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
You know what that voice reminds me of? That voice reminds me of the mortuary assistant when you go down in the basement and you talk to her and you talk to the lady locked in the cabin. Or locked in the coffin.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
The fact that this is like flip-flop, like when I go this way and it pushes the camera the other way, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to think about it.
I'm going to pick you apart piece by peace. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
Don't worry, we got this.
No, it doesn't.
Shut up, narrator. You make me mad. Ugh. Ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it.
Maybe. Perhaps. Perchance. I'm gonna save again. I don't know how often I should save, but
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can.
I should have saved
Huddle up
before I
against
made
the
that
wall.
decision. Not after.
You jolt awake
Uh-oh.
in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Is that door opening inward? If that door is opening inward, why would you put the table in front of it? Because... I'm not going to question it.
Where is she?
I'm not going to question it.
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Whoa.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So
Good point.
helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your
Hello, Sir
hormones
Penguin Esquire.
shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
So what's been up? Not much.
It can't be.
I'm dying,
This can't actually be how everything ends.
apparently. Sir Penguin, on Friday, I will be playing Outlast. As much as I'm not
sorry,
excited to
but
say
it
that.
is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Nightmare. Nightmare. Why,
You're
though?
on
Well,
the
Shadow
path
Samurai has
in
been
the
asking a
woods.
lot.
And at the end of... You're here to slay her.
And I want to get back into playing horror games.
It will be the end of the world.
Oh, no, why are you not excited? Oh, yeah. I have a love-hate relationship with horror games. I'm just going to proceed to the cabin.
A warning, she will lie. I don't think lying and cheat, it doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Okay, so now I have the voice of the paranoid.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement door. The blade is your implement. Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oh, look at her eyes. You can't see the eyes.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out, but if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
I'm just gonna take the blade.
You reach down and pick
He
the
says the
blade
same
up
thing
off
every
the
time I
floor.
go to the mirror.
It would be difficult to slay the princess. Good. Steel can't lie to us.
Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife?
A knife does seem a little,
Could we have a bomb?
underkill.
The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go to the mirror.
What are you talking about?
You reach forward. Did he make it go away? Clearly
I just want to do
there's
the mirror
something
every
in there
time.
worth investing. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
More eyes, too. You never mentioned the eyes.
Yeah, look at the eyes.
The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You say that every time.
Her cruel
And I end up-
playful
and I
voice
die every
prances
time.
up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back? She must have you confused with someone else.
You really don't
Nope.
remember, do you? It doesn't matter. We
God,
need a
it's on my
game
nose.
plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Stop itching. Okay, I got whatever is itching my nose. Step off the.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I just wanted to know. I was curious.
Congratulations, you really lucked out. Of all the things that could have happened from stepping into a void, nothing is quite possibly the best outcome you could have gotten.
I was curious. I don't know. I just want to see what happened.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you.
Voice of reason.
I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I
think-
wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
That really is creepy. I'm gonna save the game. Save it. Okay, I can right click. Cool. I'm gonna go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are.
Oh.
I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
Oh, she's like all black. Wait, her arm is still. Is that where she cut her arm off?
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife
Oh
with
no.
you.
Okay, never mind.
Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think! Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
She's really cool though.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to
Ow, that
coagulate.
was loud.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. What are you doing?
I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want...
And then experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death.
Okay, whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
You have seconds left.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart. Lungs.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
She just sits. She's just floating there, watching all of this happen, watching me die and come back to life over and over again.
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead, even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why? The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
I don't think that's gonna do anything, if I'm being honest.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare. Oh yeah, save. I need to save. Yep, you're right. Good call.
Lungs, liver.
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Okay, that's a fair point. You know,
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Huh.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then...
Shit, make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. We're fine. Heart.
this is cool
lungs,
though.
Liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
One moment, and then you're gone.
Heart,
Just
liver,
like
nerves,
that.
lungs,
This is eerie. This is creepy. I like this.
And there's the fear.
heart, lungs, liver.
She pulls away.
Heart, lungs,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it? I've already done that.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me.
lungs,
So I started to drag your body out with me, and then...
liver, nerves,
Well, you died before I could get to the doors. And then I was here, and now you're here too.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
I don't think I can move without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Barely, but that's not your fault.
As soon as you saw me last time, I didn't think keeping you alive was an option. But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me. You seem miserable.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Yeah, tell me about it. I'm gonna go ahead and just slap down another save here.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance.
Nerves, heart, lungs.
I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Nerves, heart, lungs.
But everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, rising things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again.
Heart, lungs,
Poke in the eye. Poke, 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 poke.
All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen. And maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Yes.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
Oh, no, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
Okay.
nerves, heart,
Okay, I'm gonna click one of these. I'm gonna save again.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
Slay the princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess.
This isn't gonna do. This isn't gonna do anything.
Breaking body.
Liver,
She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
liver, nerves.
We did it.
Lungs,
We
liver,
actually did it.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna do anything.
Can she?
Lungs,
We've already seen how she can change.
heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
Heart,
She falls to the ground, unmoving.
Oh,
heart. Oh. I can stop now, can't
interesting. I thought she was like an apparition or something, and that I couldn't actually hurt her.
I can. Finally.
And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right?
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
Nice.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right?
Maybe.
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick.
It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it?
What do you mean?
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
Because right now, you don't want us to do that.
You're right. I don't.
But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
I'm really curious to find out if we actually find out, like, is it all gonna come to a conclusion? I hope it does, because I want to know what the hell everything is.
What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't
It's
have
almost
to
like-
answer that.
It's like her and I are baked into existence. Like, we're like hard coded into existence. And so we just will always exist. Right? Like, that's just how it is.
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't.
Feelings mutual.
At least we're all being honest. Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once.
I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though.
Interesting,
You
okay.
Bastard, how much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone?
It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time?
I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Okay. Throw down one of these. I'm gonna try to wait. Wait.
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along. We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
We'll do it.
You
I'm gonna do
remove
it.
the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Yellow.
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there? You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery. Here we go. You'd better get this right next time, do you hear me? Don't blow it. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 3. The Wraith. Okay, sick. Here we go.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
No food. Yeah, just trees, no animals, vegetables. Yeah, I noticed that. There's like nothing to eat.
Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice.
Technically a lot more than twice, but...
All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Interesting. Okay.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Cowboys implies there are spiders. You could eat one of them. That's true. True, I'm eating me a tasty little spider. A lot of protein. I'm not going to do this at the end of these, because I want to finish off the chapters.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
Okay, I actually
I'm
understand
not
that.
sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this one differently.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
I'm gonna do this one differently. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this one differently.
It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to cry.
I love that voice of the cold.
The interior of the cabin is long
this looks
and
fancy.
dark. A single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
Good point.
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it? If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her.
Nicole's one of the best inner monologues. Yeah,
nothing is
I
going
like
to
him.
jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
This is such an interesting concept for a game. I want to see more stuff like this. Oh, that actually reminds me. I do want to pick up Heartbound. I want to play. I want to play Thor's game. I really do. So I might pick that one up and do a stream on that one. I don't know exactly how long that one is. It is out, right? Like it's done. It's finished. I'd have to check. But I do want to play that.
You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Their eyeballs? No eyeballs?
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
I like the paranoid too. They're all great.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway.
They're all so
I
sarcastic and they're
presume
different in different
whatever
ways.
mirror isn't actually there. I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Helplessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
You had to say something. You had to say it.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged.
What the hell
from ear
am
to
I?
ear,
What am I?
crowded
Why am I a
with far
bird
too
person
many
thingy?
long and crooked teeth.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
And turn off the part of you that feels things.
Okay, valid,
Oh,
valid.
like it's that easy.
It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
Except that pain hurts.
Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
I'm gonna save.
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I said I was gonna do something different. I wanted to explore a little bit more.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place...
You
Oh.
remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges.
Oh,
Her proportions
or lack
all
thereof.
wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
He does have a point.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine? Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
He's got a point. Looking at the bright side, you know?
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough.
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
That's a hard line.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I
Ugh.
know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support.
It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reasons.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me.
This is so cool. This is so cool.
You refresh into the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's
I said I was gonna do it differently,
overwhelming
but
will
she's-
and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Yeah, I just saved. I know there's a bit of a delay, but I just saved.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter.
We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I can do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. We did it! We actually did it!
Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we?
I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it.
What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiots.
When velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
I want to free her at least once. I want to free her at least once. She's gone and you feel the resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
And there's that mirror.
Approach the mirror.
It's calling us.
Ignore the cowards.
Gaze into your reflection. You've withered. I withered. Uh-oh. Approach her.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention.
This is such
eager
cool
to hold.
design, too.
To look
This
at
is
any
really
one
cool
is to
art.
shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. We will know when we near our destination.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and send it. Oh.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Oh, well, I can't hurt it anyway. Okay. What if I destroy my body?
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh, I can't hurt myself either. Okay. At least I know that now. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end
I'm
of
leaving.
that path, you're here to.
I'm leaving. Oh, I don't know what happened there.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path
Oh,
also
you
leads to the
cheeky
cabin.
son of a... Oh,
How
you
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world...
Nope, I ain't doing it.
Really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
Nope.
It's remarkably selfish, if
You
you ask
cheeky-
me.
you
I've
cheeky-
already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Don't care.
Your silence is deafening. But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
You want to butt heads?
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
No, sorry, don't care.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
Oh?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
Oh?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be such a matter-of-fact dickhead, okay?
You've doomed us all. You know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2. Oh, but that wasn't the end. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end you're here to slay her.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Blast. Okay. Fine, I'll go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
What the hell?
She will lie.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's
I do that
keep
sometimes.
an open mind.
I've got a friend of mine. Sometimes he talks and he says words, and I just completely disagree with his words just for the sake of disagreeing with his words.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense.
Oh gosh, I just moved. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's weird.
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong length. The blade is your... If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Good point.
No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple
insane.
and straightforward premise?
By the way, for anybody who might be curious, the reason why things are different than my previous streams is because I am currently streaming from Linux right now. I've been wanting to play around with Linux a lot, and the last time I tried to, I broke literally everything. But I have been able to get everything working, and I am streaming from Linux right now, and that makes me so happy. But my beacon stuff doesn't work, so that's why there's supposed to be a light here, but there's no light on because it doesn't detect it, and I don't think I can ever get that to work because it's just not a thing that works. But
you can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird.
I like this guy. I like all these voices. They're all so different and
unique.
unique.
What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
I think you're the only one waiting.
You walk... What are you talking about? You reach for... But there was a mirror, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and... Okay, fine, you took the knife. But you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way. Thumb at the bottom. We'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Just make a choice. You know what? I'll hold the blade
Switch
the
your
other
grip
way.
on the blade. Congratulations.
I'll listen to the contrarian.
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal.
Throw the blade out the window.
Yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window, glass showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into
This
the
narrator
night.
hates me.
I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually.
You know, that's very valid. This
I'm
guy...
so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon.
What's done
Nah.
is done. Good luck, hero.
We got 2 weapons right here.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down.
Can I jump?
The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
There it is. There it is
Her
every
voice,
time.
A disquieting collage of tone and personality drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby. I don't want to do this.
Same.
Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a
No,
trap.
no, we're gonna go down
Whatever
there.
we do, we're gonna die.
We're gonna go down
We don't even
there.
have a weapon. But we
We will
already
be
tried
fine.
turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I love this guy. I freaking love this guy. He's my favorite. I'm just gonna take the center one.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. 1 foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Can I help you?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but
also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old
That
devilish
was
way. The
definitely a
princess,
trip.
eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down.
I fucking love this guy.
You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure
He's
if
just
we
being
should
an ass.
trust you.
It's fantastic. I love it.
Let's talk to her for a bit. Try and get our bearings. She seems...
And yet here you are. How strange. Do you remember anything at all? Do you know why you're here? Do
Is she
you know me?
crying? Her eyes look like she's been crying.
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face. She's so black. Isn't that fun? A new puzzle
Sorry,
for us to
I
take
keep
apart.
clicking because I read really fast.
If she's keeping her cards close to her chest, it's because she wants to deceive you.
It's okay. Don't worry. Sometimes I get lost here too.
Oh,
As the
okay.
princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either. Princess.
Okay, that was very straightforward.
You can call me Princess, if you'd like. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use
Sure,
it?
Nathaniel. Go ahead.
None of them have names. How astute. I told you she was untrustworthy.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
Nah, I'm gonna keep going.
How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade. The one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us. Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore.
This
We need
is
to get out of here.
interesting.
This whole place is making me itch.
I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. Oh my god, they're all the same thing. I can't, they're all the same. It's selecting all of them.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone. Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
This is...
But this... We can't...
What the hell is happening? This game is so trippy.
Witty to say. I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all of us, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong.
Oh.
It's all so uncomfortable.
Oh.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Oh.
We should help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
This is trippy. Okay, and she was taken.
She's gone. And there's... this... yeah.
You've unraveled. Interesting. Approach her.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it. One, whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me.
Oh, okay, we gotta get one
will
more.
be singular.
I'm gonna finish it
A
out.
final multitude.
I'm gonna finish it out.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
The last one. I'm gonna throw it because it will get a trash can.
A warning, she will lie. We're not... The door to the... her voice.
Hello.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous...
Wait, really? You're here
I'm not. I'm
next to me?
just gonna let
I'm
her.
starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
She's beautiful. How could someone...
I am begging you to stay focused.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake.
I'm not doing. I'm gonna let her out
You're
this
doing the
time.
right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the... They're large and heavy. Far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Okay, I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
The hell?
You try the door. Your shouts and pleas. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Oh, really?
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you.
I mean,
The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
screw you, narrator. I've been doing everything you've been telling me to do this whole time. I've killed this princess several times.
Fine.
I ain't doing it this time.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains.
I love how she just is so casual about it.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Uh-oh.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive. The blade. Move the blade.
I ain't doing it. I'm resisting this whole time.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and...
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Sounds like a skill issue, Nathaniel. Have a stronger stomach.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over.
The sounds are pretty rough. Some of the sounds are insane.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. I wonder how many there actually
You're on the
are.
path in the wood, you're here to slay her.
I'm just gonna proceed to the cabin. Like, are there like...
A warning. Before you go, she will...
If only... Forget he said any. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time.
Last time? What are you talking about?
Sorry, I skipped again. I read it, skipped again, sorry.
I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him.
Curious how many there
But
are.
I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin. Do the same.
The interior
Whoa.
of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries.
I didn't skip it, Shadow. You weren't here.
A royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I did turn around and go back. You weren't here for it. This is the last one I need for her to be complete, but I know there's other things I haven't seen yet. I think. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. It might just be like similar scenes, but how many did it take you to get here? Great question. Let's see. Demon Lady, Beast Lady, Wraith Lady. Was there another one? Okay, we got the Demon Lady. We got the Beast one. We got the Wraith. And now I'm on this one. I feel like there was another one. I feel like I'm missing one. I think I've seen all your messages, Daniel. Wolf, you are getting bombed. You too, Shadow, you are getting bombed. Yeah, I've seen all your messages.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm going to explore them. I'm going to approach the mirror.
What are you talking about?
Same thing.
You reap,
But there was... And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know.
Into
We
the
can't
basement.
gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Nice. I'm not slaying her. I'm not doing it this time. This is not the
door to
time I'm gonna
basement
slay her.
creaks open,
revealing an intricate stairway.
Will not happen.
Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned
Tell me
along
why.
the walls.
Ain't
Basement
nothing
almost
but
seems
a heart.
welcoming in the dim firelight.
Tell me why. Anyway,
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft
Hey, little
voice
boy Root.
carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
I like him.
Yes,
He's right.
for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I might have to play this again, because I feel like there's stuff I've missed.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here
My
to rescue
love.
you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before.
I was wondering if he
haven't
was going to say that.
you? That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only
I don't
because
know,
you made us
Nathaniel.
Try and kill her.
Uh,
Self-defense.
if it didn't go through,
Our
then that's
beloved
just,
hands
whatchamacallit.
remain unstained by cruelty.
It's just YouTube being YouTube. Nothing I can do about that.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. We damned a whole world.
I said
But
hi.
everything reset.
I mean, if it's... I didn't... You sure it didn't go through? Yeah, I don't see it. Very first message I see from you is, Wolf, can I slay the princess? But, yeah, Anna?
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. And you can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible. Horrible for you, maybe. But we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I wonder if she is like whatever we make her out to be. Like whatever decisions, that's got to be it, right? She's like this weird... She's like this entity that is... She's the outcome of every one of our decisions. So if we take the blade, she's aggressive. If we don't take the blade, she's not aggressive. So she's like... I don't want to say karma, but... It's very, your possession of our matters. Yeah.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Narrator, can I stab you in the chest? Rescue the princess.
Rescue her? What are you talking about? Did you forget that she's a world-ending monstrosity? And even if you wanted to unleash her onto the world, despite the complete moral disaster that would be, you'd have to get her out of those chains. Good luck with that.
Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease. No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
That's actually a great question.
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom. I'm not sure I follow. Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do? I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Valid. I like the hero. I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
Empiricists.
One of us has to be. Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Collecting perspectives for... Oh, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I meant like... I guess I didn't think about it in that way. Like, I was thinking perspectives as in the consequences of our actions, but not that our actions affect the consequence. Right? Like, you see what I mean? Like, at the very beginning, if you take a knife and you go down there, she's aggressive. But if you don't take a knife, she's not aggressive. So, like, the very first thing you do determines how she's acting towards you. It feels like.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought. You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it, but I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Yeah.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
We leave.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers. We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending. I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
Don't worry, I
She's
got
right.
this.
It isn't fair, but the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love. Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her. Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known. Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
I think we can open it if we try together.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
That's how you do it.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech. And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable.
Teamwork makes the dream work, yep.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and the blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late.
No.
You're enjoying this, aren't you? You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer.
I would have been so mad if I clicked that.
Hate you.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin. And then you step outside. Our happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess. She's gone. And is that a... This doesn't... Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here?
Gaze into your reflection. You are nothing at all.
I think you know what I am.
Oh. Oh. Ooh, this is cool.
The narrator. Yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
I'm gonna break the mirror, you piece of shit. I did save, by the way. I did save. I am a god? That's so cool.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly. Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound. A pale imitation of what I actually am. Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echoes spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation? Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us. If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it
Whoa,
takes
whoa, whoa,
to
whoa, whoa,
enlighten
whoa, whoa,
you,
whoa, whoa.
then so be it. Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Oh, there's so many decisions. Oh, there's so many decisions to make here.
Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end.
And there is no
There is
end.
only the flood of
There
bodies.
is only the
In
flood
every
of
moment
bodies.
you hold every possible sensation
Every
at
moment
once,
you
and
hold
then you
every
hold them all
possible
again.
sensation at once. And then you hold them all again. But in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
Wow, so this is going back through each and every one. This is so cool.
the whole of reality.
You are devoured. Pray for something bigger than you that stalks and slinks in shadows. But even after the pain of defeat, you returned.
The dance is its own truth. It is the movement that matters, not the pause you mistake for an ending. I could ask you the same. There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you. We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine? The sensation of bleeding and sweating and breaking and mending and dying and living comes back in vivid color. You feel the shame of 100 deaths and the pride of 100 conquests. All of the peaks and valleys weaving themselves into a single tapestry, free of beginning and free of end. Do you remember when we killed each other with such fervent passion that death itself no longer sat on our shoulders? Why would I stoop to your level when I'm offering you ascension to mine? It's so peaceful here. Beautiful, eternal, but ever-changing. Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
Yeah, save. Yeah. There's decisions.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone. It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there.
It's time to resume our...
She's relentless, isn't she? Then let's go. And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I haven't said a word. I've been so like focused and like into whatever the hell is going on. This is like insane. I don't know what's happening. My brain. What is happening? I'm gonna have to play this again. Like, I'm gonna have to play this again. I don't know if I'll do it again on stream, but I want to play it again. I want to see what the different endings are. Either that or I'll just watch Markiplier play it. Or maybe both. I don't know. We'll see.
Do you need me to describe things? It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
So she's trying to kill you? She was trying to ascend me Because I was like, why don't you come to my level or whatnot? And she was like, why would I go to your level when you can ascend to mine? And I don't think she was trying to kill me. But I don't know what she was trying to do. I don't know what she was trying to do. I have no idea what she was trying to do. I'm gonna be honest. So much was happening. There was so much happening.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning. No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
I'm not doing any blade. I'm not doing any blades. I'm gonna try to end this without the violence.
Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are. Hands empty. So you don't feel like recreating our first meeting detail for detail. I wonder what else will be different.
Bug.
Maybe there's still room for us to chat before the final curtain call. What do you say? The first time we met, you stabbed me in the heart and I beat you to death with my bare hands. And it was fun. You really don't have to apologize. We both went a little overboard. But there's no reason we can't put it all behind us.
You know, when she puts it like that...
Right back at you. In a way, it hasn't been much time at all, but it feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Thanks for coming back. No, it really wasn't. But just because it hasn't been fair doesn't mean that it hasn't been worth it. I'm really glad I got to know you. I never had one. And do not call me the Shifting Mound. It's too much. But I've always been a princess to you, right? So why don't we stick with that? And as for you, well, hero works for me.
But that's me. You know, I think I like that.
I feel like I don't know what to say. I'm gonna save again. I feel like I might say something that might break everything. I wanna.
I don't think she's the sort of thing you can really disagree with. It doesn't matter if she's right or wrong because she exists. She's this big, unrelenting force, and there's no arguing with her. But I guess that was the question out there, wasn't it? And it was the question before you came down here, too. Should she get to exist? I'm glad you didn't bring that knife with you.
A woman.
And I don't want to be her, if that's what you're asking. I think I just want to be me.
Yeah, I'm
Hi,
happy
Kit.
not to be everything. Just being us is plenty.
Doesn't matter what we call ourselves. It's just another label, and I don't think labels have ever helped us. All they do is cram us into boxes where we don't fit. Just like this cabin. I don't know. I'm a part of her, I think. But she's seen so much more than we have. Like, she's seen everything, right? I don't think I could hold all of that without losing myself. I don't think you could either. I'm the same princess that's been with you since the beginning. And I feel real. But I also feel like I'm a lot more than I was then. We've been through a lot together. I don't think there's anything more real than that.
Fair point.
Do you know where this cabin is? Because I don't. I don't even know what's supposed to be outside other than us. What would even happen if we leave? What would that even mean?
I'm gonna save it. Yeah, I think I'll do that one. Okay, I didn't know if it was gonna do something else.
I want that too.
I think I'm gonna stay right here. Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you. Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
This is it. I have no idea what it's gonna be like out there. Not that I'm scared or anything. It's exciting, really. Anything could happen. And if it's bad, then it won't be bad. Not with you.
Oh. No, you know, I'm gonna say it. It's so cute.
I love you too.
Oh, so sweet.
But I'm trying not to be sappy about it. Don't make me get all emotional.
That's cute. I don't know how she can love a giant bird man, but that is that. Gab Smolders. I do want to take a screenshot of that. That was a great game. Sorry, Kit. I saw you come in, Kit, but I was really into the ending there. I really wanted to know what was going to happen. It has been a journey. That game was a journey. That was an amazing game. That was an incredible game. That was awesome. That was great. You play the most obscure games. I try to find... I saw Mark playing this, Markiplier, and it looked good, and I wanted to play it. But I do want to try to find some more indie titles, because there are... In the state of gaming right now, AAA titles just kind of suck. So indie games are where it's at. Indie games are really where it's at. So I do want to play a lot more of just these titles like this. They're just awesome. It was a fantastic game. No worries, you don't need to apologize, Kit. You can always go back and watch the VOD. But it's it was a great game. It was quite the journey. I might play it again in my free time, and I want to see if I can get like a different ending, or if I want to see if there's other paths that I can take. But that felt like a good ending. That felt like a great ending to have on stream. That felt like an awesome ending. But anyway, that is gonna do it for the stream. That was actually a good stream. That was what, 3 hours? Over 3 hours? Almost 3.5 hours. Jeez. That was a good stream. That was a great game. Everyone should check it out. Slay the Princess. It's on Steam. But yeah, that was it. That was fantastic. Anyway, check in the description. Join the Discord. You can follow me on my socials, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really on socials a whole lot. I post on socials occasionally. But if you just want to see the occasional post, I'm there. I'm mainly on YouTube. But yeah, that's going to do it for the stream. So as always, I do hope to see you all in this one and the next one. Later.